Make y'all silent. You all. Make this bigger some kind of way. Like that. All right, so y'all asked for genealogy. This is an old presentation that I obviously did on 9/1. Made it so I don't remember it, and I just found it because it took me about an hour to find it. So yeah, here we go. Genealogy 101. All right. Where can you find your organization? And when we say your organization, that is where your coaches are within your organization. If you haven't signed any coaches yet, it will just be you. If you have one coach, it'll be you and that one coach. So it depends on where you are in your business and how far along as to what your organization will look like. So I screenshotted my online office, and this is how you can get to your, basically your ladder of coaches, the visual of it. So you would go to your business tab in your online office, you would go to downline, and then you're going to go to graphical genealogy. And what that does is it shows you where your coaches are, what their status is, and where their placement is. I don't use this very often because it gets very confusing. I use the sponsorship drill down, which I'll go into after. But as far as placement and where you're going to place your coaches, you need to know this part of it because this is where you place your coaches. I've done the automatic. You can see at the top on that third screen, the automatic placement. I've done that, and it did not go where I automatically set it. So I really do not recommend that. I recommend actually going in there, clicking the little person, and selecting where you want that placement to go. So what do all the colored people in your organization mean? So obviously a red X means they're canceled. They're no longer a coach. They send in their cancellation form. They're done. Say bye-bye. So gray means inactive, and how you get inactive is you don't purchase any product or sell any product worth 50 volume in a 30-day period. So you don't have to buy something in that 30 days. You can sell 50 volume. So you can sell a challenge pack. We don't want to say you're not going to buy your Shakeology, but sometimes you get stocked up. You don't need it that month. So if you sell a challenge pack, you don't have to purchase anything that month. But if you're shooting for a Success Club, you still need to have your 90 PV on Home Direct. So keep it. I suggest it. But if things are tough for you, you can still stay active with custom orders. So blue is a coach, just coach status. Green is an emerald coach, and we'll go through all the rankings after. Red is ruby, gold is diamond, and the little blue PS on top of the person means personally sponsored. And you can see on the picture that not everyone in my organization in this picture is my coach. So basically what that means is, it's kind of confusing in a way to try to explain it, but the two people in the top of your organization need to be people that A, you find really want to work the business, or B, or someone in your family that will stay with you through this process so that they will accumulate your volume. I know I've talked about it, but here's a visual of it. These top two people, I can't even see because my screen, whatever, I can't see. But the top two people, any person, any little body under them that is accumulating volume, they get in their organization. So everybody that trickles down under them is basically making team volume for them, which is basically earning them extra cash. So that's why we call it the free cash. But when you're at the top, you're earning free cash because of the volume underneath you. So you want to take those top spots very seriously and who you place there. And the blue and the red is your placement wise. So if it's blue, you can put your placement there. If it's red, that's where it's set to go when you sign your next coach. How do I get my man to wear a colored shirt? So this is the active status. To stay an active coach, which is the blue, you have to have your 50 PV like I was saying. The cheapest, I hate to say it, but the least expensive way to stay active is the slimming formula. It is $41.10. And it is 50 volume exactly. So if you haven't had any orders in the past 30 days, and you need to stay active because you're stocked up on Shakeology for some reason, you can purchase the slimming formula and get your 50 volume unless they've added something new. I see blinking and I can't find my mouse, so I can't see it, Courtney. I'll look at it after. And your Shakeology is 90. So for Success Club, you have to have 90 volume on Home Direct. So it doesn't have to specifically be Shakeology. It could be your Energize and Recover. That's 90. It could be any HD product that is worth 90 volume. And then as you go up with rank, your volume increases that you need per month, which isn't hard to get because as you increase in rank, you're increasing in customers and volume as well already. So basically at Ruby, it goes to 75 volume and Diamond is 100. So ranks and the breakdown. As a brand new coach, you are this little green person on the left that says you. And to get Emerald rank, you have to have 2 coaches, one on your left leg and one on your right leg. Now, like I was saying, this is the top of your organization, and these 2 spots are vital as to who is going to stay with you and who you feel is deserving enough to earn that volume from you. Because if you're here for the long term, they're going to make bank off of you. I'm not even joking. Like, a lot of the times that I'm struggling for Success Club or just in general when I'm slower, I don't put anything under Christopher's name, and we still earn $200, $300 a week. Depends on the team and how they're doing by doing nothing, by selling nothing. So it accumulates, and I'm telling you those 2 spots are vital, so pick them wisely. Your Ruby coach is 4 total coaches with 2 Emerald coaches. So 2 of those people, 2 of the 4 people that you have signed up need to become Emerald rank. And one has to be on your left leg, one has to be on your right leg. So again, strategy comes into play. If you're going to sign your mom, who you know may not work the business, because a lot of moms don't, some do, God bless them, but most of them don't. You can put them under someone that will work because you know that leg is being worked with, and then you'll have potential for someone else on the other leg. Now, if you're going to put your spouse, I would put them on one leg and put another coach on the opposite leg, because that means you have the potential to build that emerald yourself. What that means is you can sign coaches under your spouse or your significant other, like I do with Christopher, and they can become emerald based on what you do. So once you're in Success Club, you can add anything that you have left, I guess, to that coach so that they're emerald for the week. And then Diamond is 8 coaches, 2 emeralds. So basically your goal is to get your 2 emeralds and then work your way up. A lot of people will skip Ruby because they'll get all their coaches, because emeralds take a little bit longer to develop than to just get a discount coach. Team cycle bonuses, So what that means is, starting as an emerald coach, you can earn $14 for every cycle bonus, and that's 200 to 100, I believe. Each leg has to have a certain volume so you can cycle, and your strong leg has to have more than your weak leg, and it has to match up. So however many times those 2 numbers match up, you earn that $14 if you're an emerald coach. And as you rank advanced, you earn more dollars. So like I was saying, Christopher earns $200, $300 a week. That's because he's a diamond coach and he makes $18 per cycle. So if he was only an emerald coach, we'd be making $4 less per cycle. It starts to add up. So having that significant other at the top, like I said, with all the volume accruing underneath it, really benefits you. Oh, look, I was close. Yeah. I don't know. Yes, 200 to 100. I'm so smart. Yeah, I'm just so smart. How does my team earn more money? So this is the cycling, 200 to 100. Every time you cycle, you get paid that $14, and that's basically what it's showing. So if your left leg had 540 and your right leg had 200, every time your right leg's going to get 100 points to 200, you're going to get paid. So you would still have some volume left over, and that would just roll into the next week. Like I said many times, if you're not sick of hearing it, the golden egg opportunity are these top spots. So as a new coach, these spots are so valuable. I cannot keep saying it enough. You can even present it this way. I know I did when I started my second business center. And what that means is when you get 2-star diamond, you can open yourself up again, and you have potential to become diamond and grow your business from another standpoint. You have 2 accounts. So the golden egg opportunity is the same thing. It's the accumulating volume that this person can have potentially. Now, you need to share this with someone that you absolutely trust and know you want to work the business with for legit how long you're here, hopefully forever. But this person has to pay out the most as far as volume. And this is just a quick walkthrough of the mobile enroller. Hopefully you've all used it, but if you haven't, you can get to it here. Since this presentation was made, they do have it on the main screen. So when you log in to teambeachbody.com and then you click the coach tab, they do have a section on the left-hand side that says Coach Mobile Enroller. You don't even have to come into your online office. Or you can just type in coach, and if you're like me, it automatically pops up because I'm on it so much. So coachmobile.teambeachbody.com. Placement. How do you know where to place them? That's a good question because it is a strategy, and sometimes it backfires because, as Mandy and I have talked about multiple times, not everyone you sign that you think will do amazing actually does. We have some people that were like, yes, they're so ready to go. We're going to give them all this information, and they fall off the face of the earth in 2 weeks. And it's not your fault, so don't take it like it is. Actually, take it like it is. They just were not ready at this time. Some of them come back. Some of them quit and never speak to us again. I mean, you did what you could. You presented the opportunity to them. You were there for them. You gave them all of the information to succeed. They just weren't ready. So, like I was saying earlier, as far as placement, when you have someone that's a discount coach, you want to put them on your weak leg because they're not going to, is that right, Mandy? Shake your head yes or no. Put them on your weak leg. You know about this more than me because they're not going to earn any volume for you. No, you want to put them in your strong leg. No, I don't know. I'll let Mandy finish on that. But you want to put them not where your working person is and expect them to become emeralds. So you want to balance out your workers so that you have those potential 2 emeralds. And once you go up in rank and start looking for diamonds, it's the same thing. You have to have a diamond on your left and a diamond on your right for you to become 2-star. So if you have 2 in your left, you're still considered a 1-star because you're not balanced. So the cycle and the balance is difficult, but it's a game basically, and it's hard to judge who's going to do what with your business. But getting those goals from them and getting what they want out of this business will kind of help you prepare as to who could go what leg. And this is just a walkthrough of how to select them in the right spot. So you go to your graphical genealogy, go to either the bottom left or the bottom right, that little blue cookie thing, link, and it'll go all the way down to that side. So you would go, you always want to put on the outside of your organization, never on the inside. I never understood why, but just do the outside. And yes, you want to accept them. So they'll go from blue to red, like you can see in this one. You just accept that you want the placement to change. And you can change it as many times as you want. If you're unsure left to right, you have 72 hours where you can change the person's placement in your organization. So say you forgot and they finish their sign up and you're like, oh crap, I need to switch them. You can switch them. So don't worry about that. But I try to check this before any time I send a mobile enroller so that I kind of look at the balance. All right, I'm going to stop talking and let Mandy talk to us about that because I don't understand it. Manage, unmute. All right.
Hi.
Hey.
So say it again. I want to make sure I'm going to.
This is where we're at. Putting them a strong leg versus weak leg.
Well, just like you said, it's kind of a gamble either way because, people can come out the gate and be all about it. They'll go through your trainings, they'll do their power hours, and then they'll just disappear. So, from the get-go, it's kind of hard to decide where to put people because, you might have like this person that's been a coach for a while and they're really like picking back up. And so you put them on the other side. and then that person goes, so it's really, you can't predict what someone else is going to do, but what you can do is try and balance it, like she said, as much as possible. Now, whenever you put people on your strong or weak leg, like for instance, my husband is on my weaker leg. So I'll go into my downline, and now this is whenever you sign up your spouse to where you can kind of earn a little bit more income that way. If you don't have a spouse, then you definitely just want to make sure that they're balanced as much as possible. Just kind of look at your numbers, and if one side is lacking, then add your next coach to that side. But say it's you, and you kind of have a control over that spouse account or that mother friend. You can go into theirs and put your people. So you go into their name, you search and put their people underneath them. So it's not technically, you're not signing people under that person, but you're placing your people under them. So that builds their team volume, and potentially you can earn a little bit more that way. So that's whenever I say, like, whenever you first start out, I didn't trust Allison at the beginning. Not that I didn't trust her, but I was just like, I don't need to sign Kenny up. Like, I can't even do this myself. Like, I can't, manage 2 accounts. But honestly, guys, like, that's where the ticket's at. Those first 2 coaches that signed, they're inactive. And if they were active, their accounts, they'd have 1,000 personal volume points on one side and 0 on the other. Not working it. So they have all those volume points if they're working. So you definitely want to have those key people in the first 2 spots, because one, they're going to be your biggest supporters anyway, so they'll help you to get where you need to be. And like I said, Emerald, gets you started. It's what opens the door to everything else. And like Allison said with Chris's account, like, you can earn money later on, that even if you don't work their business at the beginning and you just keep them active, once you are ready to work it, you have all that potential earning money that was just sitting there. So, but definitely looking at your numbers and making sure, okay, I've been adding my coaches all to the left side, so now let me kind of balance it out and put some on my right side. But I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, because I don't know how to answer those. I go to you.
Well, and I go to you too, because it's like, I have this person on this side. Like, should I add them to the other side? It is a gamble because, like I said, and I've had the worst luck with that. But, like people that just come out and they're like, yeah, let's do it. And then I add them to the other side thinking that they're going to balance each other out. And then one or the other crashes. So it's just like she said, there's only so much you can do. You just have to put it out there, be supportive, and then they're going to either do it or not. So
I feel like we've said that too much.
Get yourself up, but it happens.
At least I stayed Emerald. About it.
Yeah. So,
y'all have questions? I know, Caitlin, that's a lot for you, and you don't even have visuals. So I can email you the slides if you want.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. I'm like trying to take notes, and I'm like, I am lost in my own notes and my own translations. So, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, just send me your email address again. I have it somewhere. But Hey, Kirsten. How's the baby?
Oh, good. She's asleep, finally.
Yay.
I'm so tired.
Mama
She's
sounds
not
tired.
asleep at all
I
today.
remember those days.
Oh my gosh.
Allison has something to look forward to. She thinks she's tired now. Wait.
I'm going to punch you in the gut.
Oh, yeah.